Hey, Don here. Okay, we're back with our next live stream, and I'm going to get back to working on. I've just got the ASRock running now, and I'm going to go ahead and let's just go straight to the desktop here. Well, ASRock again. If you have, this is the one I call the ASRock. It's actually an old e-machines with an ASRock motherboard in it. So go to the desktop here. It's the only one I have running now. The other one, I don't need it right now. So gonna get what I'm gonna do. I've got TeamViewer remote desktop up and running, and I'm going to go turn on the printer, Mom's Epson printer, and install the printer drivers. So let's see, that's minimized. Yeah, I'll leave that. That way I know what's going on there. Okay, and get in the other desktops. Yeah, that's my next thing, but I wanted to wait. Can't turn that printer on and then set everything up because it'll go to sleep. It goes to sleep within 5 minutes at the most, I think. And then it won't respond when you try to install your printer driver. So let me go ahead and, yeah. I think I'll go in here and just look. I made the text bigger, which is good, and bold. And I'm not used to seeing bold text, but I kind of like it, but it's so unusual. I'm still on the fence of whether or not that's exactly how I want to leave it. I think it might be good for Mom, though, so I think she might be able to see it better. Let's see. Administration. Printer settings. Some of my machines have more than one printer app, and it gets a little more. You go that way, then you'll find the right one. Okay, yeah. First thing I've got to do is unlock it. Make sure that I am streaming my desktop. I'm going to reload my preview over there on my laptop. And okay, so now see I can add a printer. I don't know. I'll make it big. I don't know that I need all that space. A lot of times you can't read everything if you don't, but some of these windows, it's actually a little easier to see what you're doing when you don't make them full screen. So yeah, we got a good stream. Okay, so I'm going to click on Add Printer. Yeah, then I'll be doing Network Printer. Oh. What? Policy Kit Agents prevents changing the firewall configuration. Identify password. Okay, root, yeah. I was like, what? Well, I already typed in. Okay, got to adjust the firewall. It did it automatically for you, though. That's cool. I am going to make that bigger so I can see everything. Okay. Now, I may have to get out of there and go back in again to see this printer, but that's what's available in general. Now, let me go in the other room and turn on that printer and come back. Okay, so I'm just going to do a little switch to the camera here and turn on the wireless mic, I guess. Yes. Yeah, in case I have to get gone too long or say anything, then I'll be able to. You won't see me when I leave the room, but you'll see me. I'm not talking on that right now. You'll see me. You'll hear me. Okay. Whoops. Banging into everything. Okay. We can't see. I think I'll. Whoops. I pulled out. I meant to open up just the normal. Paper printer tray, and I actually pulled the paper out. Get it on. It's an Epson. I have to go look. I do need to know. 645. Epson Workforce 645. So that's what I need to look for in there. Okay, it's up and ready. So. Yeah, it's a wireless network printer. So You know, you can connect to it either wired or wireless. I'm connecting wired from this machine, but you know, once it gets hooked up on the router, then you can connect to it from anything. Okay, let's see. Get back to that. Where was that? And since I'm doing all my fancy, oh, I want to go back to my other mic. So much better. Okay, let me do that. I guess you'll be seeing what I'm doing. I keep forgetting. Okay, yeah, we should be doing good with the SM58. Okay. Yeah, I've got my preview running on my laptop right now, so I don't hear it, but I see it, so I know I'm getting what I expect to be getting. Make sure my sound's all good and everything. Yeah, okay. Oh, suddenly I'm getting a cramp. Okay, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and cancel it because it's not going to, I don't think it'll see it. And then hit add again. Now that it's up and running, maybe it'll see it. Okay, find a network printer. That's the one. That might have already been there. I was thinking, if I know our IP address, then I can just type it in there, but I think if you just hit find, it won't work. You got to put something in there. I'll click on each one and see if anything comes up. I can't remember. I think I'm going to have to use that find a network printer. And now we don't want to enter URI. Okay. I can't remember what router she's on. That's the thing in there. Oh, the network printer's on this router. Okay. So let me just go to my router, find the actual IP, and I can type it right in or copy and paste it right in. I think that'll find it instantly, and it'll get the right settings and everything. Yeah, I should just be able to look at the DHCP clients in my router and see it. It's not showing up. I don't see anything that says Epson. Sometimes stuff shows up and sometimes it doesn't. Maybe it hasn't registered in here yet or something. Unless it already went to sleep. There's one thing that throws me off. See the light colored letters? That's the ones I type in there. And then the dark colored, that's what I see. That's what my eyes see immediately. There it is, Epson. And you see the dark letter is Seco, then Epson. But up there it says Epson. Okay, now, and you can't, this stupid, you can't read it, so you have to click on edit. Okay, that's it. And I have the IP address reserved so that it won't change on me and I won't lose the printer. Okay. Now, I should be able to get to it from here, I think. Make sure you don't get a space before that when you copy and paste that stuff. There we go. HP jet socket. Okay, I think I just need to hit forward. Look at there. Why is it populating with that same address over and over and over? What do I want? Jet Direct? Do I want to change anything? Jet Direct, Epson Workforce. I'm going to leave it right where it is. App Socket, Jet Direct. I think maybe that is how I've been doing it. So I'm going to leave it right there and hit forward. I don't know why it's got the same IP address repopulating over and over like that. Searching for drivers. Okay. I think it's going to do it for me. I was talking about that in my previous video. I have all the drivers downloaded because on Fedora 14, I had to manually install them, download them from the website. It's downloading repository information. I'm going to change the view to full screen so that it's not as, it's more confusing when I see my host machine up there, the toolbar for it. And I think it kind of looks more confusing in the video. But think it's still going to ask me for sure which one I want. 645, right? I think so. I've got it, I'm in files and in records in here, but if I can just remember it long enough, then I can just know it, do it when I see it. Surprised it's taking that long to download that stuff. It's not already installing him, is it? Maybe it's installing them automatically without even asking me which one. We'll see. Just let it work. But yeah, port 9100. I used to use a different, well, I think it was port 9100, I thought, but it was for HP's. I didn't think it was called Jet Direct. It actually calls it HP something or other. But anyway, I guess it used the same port. But you know what? While that's downloading and everything, I'm going to go look and see what it is I'm using on my machine. Because that's already set up on there. On here. Okay, Workforce 2. Yeah, the first one there was on my TP-Link router. This one is on my new D-Link router. Workforce 645, 0.187, socket 187 9100. Yep. So I'm using the same port. I don't see anything about whether or not it's called Jet Direct or anything, but I think maybe it is. Cancel. I don't think there'd be this. The original is going to be the same thing. Has a URI in there. Is that in there? Yeah, it's in there. Oh, that says socket. Device URI is a socket 192. And this one has a whole different type of connected to it differently. Maybe that router needed it differently or something. So I'm going to go with the way it's doing it right now. Did it? Oh, it went small on me. I was like, why can't I see it? Okay, there we go. It's asking me to be installed, and there's no drivers for Epson inkjet printers and so version. You see, it figured it all out for you. There's no other choices, so no figuring out to do. That's awesome. You got to type in the root password again. That's the third time I've had to do it for this. I don't know what's different. Well, this is XFCE. I guess that's what's different. In Mate, you type it in once and it holds it for that session or until you reboot, log out or reboot or by default, and I like it that way. You can change it to ask you the password over and over, but done successfully. All right, now it says searching for drivers. Maybe there's more. Another well, yeah, the scanner. Now I don't know about the scanner and all that. I might end up having to install some of that by manually. We'll see. It may. Okay, what do we got? Oh, we've got printer, scanner, and fax. It's fax machine too. So there may be 3 drivers it has to install. That's why it's searching again, I think. I think I did this on this same machine when I was in my username when I first set it up, or on something recently, and it worked out really well. So I didn't do anything else. And yeah, you can. So you could like put moms, but you don't want to make this name too long. See, it has this. It won't work right if you do that. But you can do this. That way, they'll see that when they look for a printer. So, yeah, apply. print a test page. See if it works. Okay. Yeah, the scanner and all that stuff. I'm going to have to see what I got to do about that. I'm glad that came into my mind there. Now, let me just run in there and look. This time I don't think I'll bother switching mics and doing all that stuff. I'll go ahead and switch the camera. Well, I guess I should have switched mics. I got in there and I thought, well, I'll stick that test page into the scanner and scan it for something to scan. And then I couldn't see, even with the light on well enough to tell which way. You get a white page if you don't flip it the right way. I'll put it in the document feeder, and I guess I should have just laid it on the glass. I know which way to do it there. But I got it done. So, back on that machine. Okay, so policies, enable, accepting jobs shared, that's fine, access control. Yeah, leave that alone. Printer options. Okay, normal, leave it like that. Let's see. Oh, there wasn't much else there wasn't anything else in there. Sometimes you don't know if there's something else in there. Okay. Oh, there was something else there. What is that thing doing? It won't let you see everything. Doesn't matter if you make it bigger. I hate that. Okay, that seems all normal. Okay. Say okay. Now, printer's set up, and it should think check mark means it's the default printer, but I'm going to click set as default. But I think that green check mark means it's the default printer. So now, well, I can go into a file. I'm not going to waste more paper printing a file, but I'll just open something in OpenOffice and see if, or LibreOffice. Trying to see what I might want to open that it's not going to have all kinds of personal stuff in it. Auto info, but it has something about Fedora 13 in there. So let's say if I was going to print that don't look right. That's the weirdest menu I've ever seen. I shouldn't have checked that. I think that, I don't know if it's this application or what. That's not OpenOffice anyway. I should have just opened it straight up. There we go. Open something. I think it might be that, whatever text application that was. I'm not sure. OpenOffice is a little slow to, it's a pretty big app, a little slow to open up. While I'm here, there's a lot of things if you want to set to your favorite application, when you click it on it, when you open it up through Crusader, which is the way I always work, and I try to get Mom to do that. Right click and then do file type options. Text editor. So text files I would rather open in. I really want Kwrite. It's not even in the list. I'm going to put on for her, I'm going to use LibreOffice because she'll know how to use that. Move up. Yeah, that'll be good for her. That'll edit a text just as well as anything else. Except for when you save it, it'll ask you, do you want to save it as text or open office? She'll have to decide about that, I guess. But I don't know. Anyway, that's what I did. Okay, let me open something. Documents. What was that? I'm gonna open that just to see. No, let's go open up something that's. I don't know. Okay. Doc. There's an ODC. ODT, I mean. Okay. Yeah. Now let's see if we wanted to print that. Didn't know it had so much. I should have known it says address on there. Okay, so it should work. Looks like it. Okay. Now I want to open that. I kind of want to open that file. Oh yeah, that one that I had just tried. That one. Now I should open up an open office. I shouldn't have closed the app. Whoops. I'm not in full screen, so I clicked out completely out of my application there. Open Office seems fine. I think that text editor just had weird menus in it. Some of these some apps have changed to weird things like that. Okay, so that I don't need now. Organize everything by the date again, like I like to do it. Okay. I want to get, there we go, GIMP. I know it scans good. I just want to test scanning. Let's see if I'm going to have to install some drivers or what. Some more drivers. When it sat there saying searching for drivers, I thought it was going to end up, you know, what I said. I thought I was going to end up finding more drivers. I want to make sure that all that would work. She really only prints. She doesn't hardly ever scan or anything, but I don't want to have to. If she decided she wanted to do it, I don't have to go in there and spend forever setting it up. Okay, so there's lots of, I don't know, this is a really complicated application. I think I use some simpler ones usually when I want to scan. Oh, simple scan. I mean, you can scan in here, but she wouldn't be using that. So let's use what she might be using. Yeah. Do I not have simple scan installed? Oh, I didn't spell it right. Scan. There we go. I think it's, oh, I didn't realize where I had the mic in a place that made me put my hands on the wrong keys. Let's see, simple, quick scan, Xane is a good one. It's a little more, what? That brings up a lot of stuff, doesn't it? Quick scan, that's audio. Compass, Spice, Xane's one good one. Okay, but where's simple scan? Oh, maybe it's down here. They're not in alphabetical order. Let's look for calculator for scientific calculating. What's that? Xane. I don't seem to have Simple Scan installed, so we'll try this, and then maybe I'm going to have to install Simple Scan. No device available. I think one trick you can do is just set, like say Gwenview, I like that app a lot. Set a device in one of your image apps, and then it's not open up the way I normally open it up, but let's see. I think it'll scan. I don't remember. I usually, like I said, use Simple Scan. But I think maybe the driver's not installed. Let's see. Let's go back to, well, let's go in here. Maybe I'll find it in settings. Let's go to settings, editor, and see. My laptop went to sleep. I'm going to go ahead and reload that preview and make sure everything's still working. That's not the one anyway. Okay. Might be this one. Settings, manager, not editor. Editor actually edit it. Edits the configuration files. So we don't want that. Yep, seems like I'm still going good on my stream. Let's look through it before I start searching. I was sticking to search, but it's not that much stuff. I don't see anything. That's the settings editor I was just in. Okay, I don't see anything that looks like it would have anything to do with scanning. This is XFCE, so there could be something different about the way you got to do it. I'm going to go and see if Simple Scan's even installed. I'm going to Yum Extender DNF. It's going to look, search for all the I know there's updates, so it's going to load all those updates. I'm going to need to do that, but I was putting it off because, you know, I don't want to spend time doing that. Actually, you could let it do it while you're working. Guess I could tell it to do it. I just don't want to. Since the machine's not real powerful, I don't want it. And it's doing fine, but you can't overwhelm it pretty easy. I know that because I've used it enough. But this is Fedora 26 with XFCE desktop. It's running great. You can see that. It is kind of, when you're used to another desktop, it is, you run into roadblocks you got to try to figure out how to get around. Things don't work like you expect. But that in my memory, I mean, even if I'm in my regular desktop, my mate desktop, then I may run into roadblocks. Okay, while that's doing its business, let's go in here again. Quick scan, that's audio, something to do with audio. Xane, I'm going to go into Xane again, or Zane, I guess you should say. Scanning for devices. I think the thing is it would see it if there was a printer driver installed. So I may need to install that printer driver. Actually, I can install the old one and then run the updates, and it should update it. It might be what I'll do. Before I keep on doing that, I think I will, yeah, there's all those updates. Well, now that I'm here, where's that search? I really like Simple Scan, and she couldn't really use that Xane. I'm going to have to call it what I call it, Xane. I think you're supposed to call it Zane, but nothing coming up. Oh, you got to change you'll never find anything that way. You got to do that. You got to change it to fields, all fields, description, everything. Now try it. Yeah, That looks. You would think that might be the go button, but it's not. See all the difference? Okay. Took me a long time to figure that one out. There it is. Scan them. Debugging utility. Scan them. Okay, but simple scan is what I want. Sparse. Thunar send to clam TK. Oh, how cool. I don't know if I think I have. See, you can just scan something in. Actually, I don't use ClamTK. I use KLAMAV. I probably don't even have ClamTK installed. So I won't fool with. I won't get sidetracked. Just do the one thing you see. You might not tell them what mess you might get into. Where's the? I guess it's up here. Yeah. We'll install that. Just that's all it's going to get installed. I don't know why that wasn't installed. Because I ran my script that I built from made from my system apps list, and that had to be in there. Maybe it was specifically like so and so version, and it wasn't going to work on Fedora 26, so it skipped it since it's from Fedora 23. So. I'm still not going to do my updates yet unless they're doing them automatically. No, it won't because I didn't select them, I don't think. Because I'm going to wait because I think I'm still going to have to install. That's what I'll do. I'll search for the drivers in the repos here first because they could be. I'm using RPM Fusion and all that. RPM Fusion repos. So it could possibly be that they're in there. I can look for Epson 645. Let's get over here. Yes, X645 mom's printer. That's why I had that side in alphabetical order, so that you could. There's all kind. Yeah, see, iscan. There's so many different versions in here. That's why I'm hesitating to go for those. Yes, I have to. And then the fax. Is there something about fax in here? Let's search that. Where's that search? I want to search those files. There's only one thing that says fax. It's a ping. Or is it? I think it's setting on. I wish it would blue it in. There it is, I think. I'm not sure. No, I don't think it was it. Yeah, that is it. Oh, it is trying to open it up, I think. Or is that something else? Yeah, there it is. Oh, that's my search results. I'll close it. Now that I know where it is. Yeah, it's just taking a while. The views are all different. What is this? Oh, it didn't open it up in... Oh, it's instructions for the fax. I rolled my mouse wheel and I like to have completely lost it. I didn't know it was going to do that. This is not my viewer that I want it to use. What is this? Just image viewer, I think. Oh, this Restrito. I don't know. I don't remember ever hearing of it. But that's not GwenView, and that's the one I like. Okay, so that's just your instructions on. So, ping images. Yeah. See, I have already done all this. A lot of this works right out of the box. Well, especially if you have KDE Desktop installed. But I don't have anything. I think I have Sugar and XFCE on this because I didn't want all the things that want to start up in the background to get put in there and then make the system slower. So I didn't put any other desks. I didn't even put Mate on here at all. Yeah, see what I mean? I don't know what I'm doing here. It's because I'm running DNF. I'm going to have to get out of that. There's GwenView. One from the top. Okay, now when I click on a ping, it'll open it up in GwenView. That way, she doesn't really know the difference hardly, but she probably is more used to this because that's what I've always set for her. But if she gets into something and asks me a question, when I look at it, it'll be in the app that I'm used to. Okay, now, fax. Okay, what I want here, I was going to get, copy and paste that in there. That says Epson.com. Oh, it still hasn't finished with that install. That's what it really, when it's during the middle of an install, it really works the system hard. Hope I'm not having trouble with that install. I don't think I'm having any network issues because there it is. I think it's just taking us good time because I'm using remote desktop and it's working good. Okay, we're going to have to be patient. Patience is a virtue. No, I don't got anything else to finish that little saying out with. That's actually what the real saying always was. Okay. And I'm also looking at my preview while I was waiting. Yeah. Okay. There we go. That's everything that came up under that. I don't see a single thing that even looks like a printer driver or anything, which I already have on there. WebSocket client server for Node.js. Autobahn networking library. Python networking library. These things are not spread out wide enough where you can see. I'll spread them out far enough that they will sometimes these names are much longer than that. That probably won't be any longer than that. The app names can be. I should have started on the left and worked my way over. There. WebSocket. Let's take the workforce out. None of this is to do with a printer or I can't believe it. Even with the, you usually won't find anything if you get too specific. I think maybe that search doesn't do it as a phrase. I think it's, you know, or. I think the space means or and. I'm not sure if it means or. I don't think it means and in this case. I guess I think it means or. Yeah. I didn't find anything. That don't make sense. I guess workforce is what brought all that stuff up. Evidently. Yeah, so it must be or. Workforce must have been what brought all that. Now, yeah, because Epson brings it up. Okay, there's my printer driver that I already got automatically installed. There's the i686 version. There. Firmware for Epson scanners, okay. And this is not a stylus printer. This is a workforce. Audio player. Now, what is all this other stuff? Printer driver, printer driver, printer driver. Okay, I don't want any more printer drivers. It's already got cups. That's good. So the scanner will get me done there, and then I'll probably end up having to install the fax. Well, I can. It's probably not going to be a fax driver already in the repos, but I think this will make that scanner work though. So we'll install that. iscan, yeah, I remember that iscan. Yeah, I don't guess. If there's a way to like use a wizard like I did with the add printer, I don't know where it would be to install a scanner driver. There's probably something available somewhere, like maybe some little script you could download or something. But I mean, that's not hard to do that in the Yum Extender DNF. Just use a little common sense and do some searching. And let me look over those fax drivers. I'll go ahead and do a search for just the word fax and make sure, but I don't think any of them are going to, be for the Epson. Well, I already searched in here for fax, didn't I? Well, let's look through this. Inkjet printer, yes. Okay, we've already got that taken care of. iscan, yep, there they are. And I probably could have just ran the newest one of these, the x86-64 one, and it might have done the job, but install the RPM. But I'd much rather do it from the repos. That way you get the newest one right away. And more iscan. See, that's from 2013. That's why I didn't want to use those unless I really had to. And I do not see anything. Yeah, the only thing that was in there I'm going to do is that. That's from a web page, I think. Yeah. When you save a web page, you always get a folder along with it with the files that go into the web page, the images and stuff. I'll do that again, even though it's not really necessary. That's what I need to do, is change my icons to something else, because these are the Fedora icons and they don't make sense to me. Picture of a computer screen doesn't tell me I'm searching for anything. Yeah, that's the only file, and it's that ping. It's actually easy to find when you're. It's the newest file of all of them, I think. It tells you about how to. Let's look at it. It tells you about how to set up the fax. I think that's all it does. It should open up in GWinView this time, since I set that to do that. When it decides to open up, I'm going to go ahead and click over here. Yeah, that's still working. See if GWinView, it may open up over there where I started. Now there it goes. It's going where I'm at. If you switch quick enough, it'll open up where you're at. Now that. Well, that's not the one I thought it was. That's the host name. Okay, well, let's, oh, you gotta be in the, make that a little wider. I guess you don't want to make the image that small. Yeah, leave it like that. Info, operations, that's where I like to stay. Okay, now, should be able to use the keyboard to go through. I think I have quite a few images in there, though. So, let me go ahead and let's try again to find that. I thought that said fax. I wasn't paying attention. I guess it wasn't the newest one in there. Okay, so let's search for fax again. I should have double clicked on my search results like I did a minute ago. There it is. It's not the newest at all. There it is. Put that back in the order that makes it easier to read. Close that. Should have. I guess it's going to open up another instance of GWinView. I think that's what it does on my other machine. Wait, though. I don't want to close it and have it being trying to open up in there. Yeah, see, you can slow it down pretty easy. I'm pretty sure, so I'm going to close that. If it messed me up, then I'll just try opening it again. There it is. Just taking that long, so it helped it to close the other window, other whole instance. There's probably a setting in there where you can make it always open in the same one. Actually, I don't know if that app's capable of that, though. There we go. Now, what do we got here? Okay, it's instructions. Install the software. Right. If you have a CD or DVD, or download it from Epson. Huh. The thing is, I do have. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Got me out of my view that I like. There we go. I do have. I have it on my. Well, no, let's leave it. I have it on my. Yeah, I don't want to start those updates since it's making machines slow down so much, but I may need it. Let's see. No, there is. Oh, fax. There we go. You can still got some applications for faxing with modems and stuff. Fax server. I've always heard of Halifax, but I don't know what it is. Client programs. So, yeah, let's go ahead and close this now because it's not in the repos. So, I'm going to get on my machine and look. Oh, I still got my browser open. I don't want to accidentally delete one of those files leaving that like that. If I hit the get all in a hurry and hit the delete key or something. For instance, if I had a file open, I don't think it would matter what file it was. Now there's a LibreOffice file, something I probably download stuff or something. Okay, and if I wanted to print that, I thought I had a way to print it as a fax. Thought I saw that. Maybe not. I remember not being able to do it, but then somehow one day I saw a way to do it. It may be that there's not a fax driver for Linux for that printer. Because I do remember when I was faxing, I thought I did get on a Windows machine and do a bunch of faxing this last year. 2017 and 2018 both I had to do. I mean, I don't hardly ever fax, but I had to do it to send in these forms. It's the only way they would take them, that or in the mail. And, I mean, who doesn't email these days? It wasn't a security concern. They just didn't. It's just the way they wanted to do it. So anyway, search. I've got a fax reader. That's the only app I have. Okay, let's go and get on Yum extender. And Fedora 23, I can use the regular Yum extender. Uh-oh. I still can't remember this one's password. I want to see if there's anything else to do with faxing installed in there. Oh, Epson. First, I want to try Epson, see if I'm going to run into the same thing. See if there's anything that I've maybe had downloaded and installed. That'll tell me if it's available or not right quick. Of course, I guess I could go to the website. Oh. I sent emails to myself and to Mom with all my links I have on that earlier today for this reason. So, oh yeah, that printer went to sleep. So when I was trying to look and see if fax would show up, I think it'll show up when it's awake, but not when it's asleep. Maybe no. When printing shows up. I know you can't scan when it's asleep either. You can stick a paper in there. I didn't do that yet. I don't know. Maybe you can. I started to do that scanning and then I didn't do it. I installed the driver. Okay, I'll do that scan. Okay. Okay, that's the printer. Cups drivers, I think I already have that in there. Flatbed scanners, iscan. I don't have that on here, but yet I can scan on it. That's weird. That's what I just got through installing. But if I want to scan with Simple Scan from here, there it is, Simple Scan. Yeah, see, it didn't say can't find it. So I could just hit scan and it would scan it. But let's don't do it on this machine. Let's do it on the other one. Well, I'm not going to fix that. It ain't broke. Okay. But there's nothing to do with fax in here. Yeah, no Epson fax. See, Yum searches like you expect it to. If you put it together, it makes it like a phrase or Epson and fax instead of Exon or fax, and that's confusing. Original internet search before Google and Yahoo and all that was like that. I learned at the tail end of it, but I learned with Alta Vista and government gophers, and it was really hard to do. eFax, you're kidding me. I don't think it's got anything to do with that company. It might. ASRock fax, the phone system for Linux. There's a whole lot more in here. Or I just didn't see those. That took my. Sometimes I would actually still like when I have to fax. I might want to be able to fax straight through the modem because I got modems and well, this machine don't have a modem. Some my other ones do. But I don't see anything about. This is funny. Fritz box. Oh, I thought it said. I thought it said fart box earlier when I saw it in the other machine. Fritz box or compatible router with call monitor and fax support. Yeah, see, that would be a whole fax suite. Okay, without having to install ASRock or anything. Print fax. I don't think that'll bring anything up, but we'll see. Oh, it did. It's fax reader. I think that's what I just saw, and then. Network equipment shape gallery for LibreOffice. Clients and display desktop, then kind of laptop, tablets, phone. What in the world is that? Well, it's not what I'm looking for, so I'm starting to think there may not be something to do that with. Okay, let me get. back to my always fighting with the drainage. I took, well, it's a cold pill I've been using for years now. Took one this morning, and for a while it makes you drain even worse, but then it dries you up. And so I took one a while ago after I ate lunch. So it's kind of in that phase before it really fixes me up. But they only last about 6 hours or so. About 4 to 6 hours. Okay. Kind of forgot where I was wanting to go with all this. Kind of helps me not to hit the wrong thing if I maximize it. Now, I know it's easier to read in the video too, so I'll do that. Even though it slows me down in my navigation back to my machine. Fax. Okay. There's no fax driver. Yeah, there's in here. All those drivers I have, there's no fax driver. So unless there's one in the, I'm going to do this because I might, if I find one and I download it, then I'll, let's see. Yeah, let's try to download it to this machine. That's where I want it. I'm going to say I could download it on my machine, but then I can't network between these two machines. So try to download it on this machine, and I may have to open up her email to get to those links. That's what I was thinking, which I can do, but I don't really want to show it like I said before, but I think that's what I'm going to have to do. Let's see. Yeah, that's why I have to fiddle around to get back out of there when I want out of there. Okay, so I'm going to do what I did earlier. I'm going to show myself while I'm doing stuff that I don't want to show you. I think I can sign in. What I'm going to do is sign in to her, let her sign into Google, and then I think the password should already be in there because I synced the browsers. Instead of opening up Thunderbird, I'll just do it that way and use it in Gmail out of, on the browser. It's asking me something. Oh, they want you to give them a mobile number. I'm giving no mobile number. There we go. So yeah, then Google could text you. Of course, well, actually her phone will get text. She's get advertisement text when she never even had signed up for text. Our phone company would turn on text every so often without her asking, and then you just have to make them turn it off. Okay. Oh, it's that darn Google has the everything all divided up where you can't find anything. Can't even find that email. Wait, maybe I missed it. No. All you need is one inbox. You don't need 3 of them. And all these automatic emails that keep coming in bury everything else. Okay. Text is not really big enough in this browser. I'll fix that in a little bit, but yeah, that needs to be fixed. I can't find it in there. Oh, I didn't send it to Gmail. I sent it to dummy. I sent it to her regular email account, so it's not there. That's why I can't find it. I still had trouble because of them, though. because of the way they lay it out. Had trouble figuring out that that I couldn't find it. So I'm gonna have to open up Thunderbird, and then I'll switch back to my desktop view once I get done with that part that I don't want to show. I'm waiting for Thunderbird to open up now. It's still running kind of slow, even though I've closed DNF and all that stuff. It was running pretty good at first, till I opened that up. Gotta get me a cough drop. Throat's getting sore from talking all day yesterday and now all day today. There, I finally found it. I'm going to save it as an HTML file. And then I can use it even without Thunderbird opened up. That way I can close an extra app, and I won't have to worry about what I show. I guess it would show the email address in there, but that's better than showing the whole inbox. Trying to get rid of all the junk spaces and all that stuff. I always put dashes in there instead of spaces because I got in the habit of doing that back when I worked on Windows, because when you'd save junk, it would put that % thing in there, and it really made it hard to read, and some programs couldn't work with that. Oh, that was going to go to the wrong place. There we go. It wasn't going to downloads. It was going to a picture folder. Okay. Yeah, so now I think I'll go ahead and click on that link first just to make sure I can get there. I'll copy. I guess I'm going to have to copy it. No, it worked. Sometimes some links, you can't go to them. It took me. What happened? Oh, it moved. This is XFCE. It moved it to the other workspace, so now I can't see. Okay, so I'm going to close that app, and then I can go back to desktop. Back to desktop, and back over here to the hard machine on the remote desktop. Now here's the page. I went ahead and opened it up. And since I'm making a switch, I'm going to kind of take a look at mine. Now, here we are. I had already done. You have to search, for your model. I had already done that, and it did. My link did work. It took me right back to where I was. So I selected Linux out of the list of operating systems. And then there's different links here. So it says support for Linux there and support for Linux there. I didn't click on that last time. Let's see what it looked like. Okay, Linux drivers, FAQs, manual. So let's look at drivers. She should. Oh no, she won't have these. I'm going to go ahead and bookmark that. I think what I can do is import all those links, I think, but since I saved that, I don't know, that email might not work. Might make a mess out of things because it's not formatted as a. I'm going to make a new folder. There we go, Epson. Yeah, mom's printer. That was still in my bookmark, so that's exactly what I want. Now, enter product name. I've already done all that. Nothing there. 0. That didn't work. Let's try. Oh, let's take the Epson out of there. They already know it's an Epson. There. I do that a lot when I'm trying to find stuff like this. Printer driver. I've already got that all taken care of. Scanner driver. There's no fax driver. Okay. Dang it. Oh, wait. PC fax driver right there. All in one package. But that says 2018. All language. Oh, I don't want all languages. Maybe I didn't try hard enough to find the... Let's try this one more time. Open up some sort of document. First, let's do the scan. Try the scan. Then I'll open up a document and try again on printing. Maybe I'll get it. Maybe I think I can do a scan even with it asleep. I think it'll wake it up. And simple scan. Okay, now let's see if it finds it. Yeah, see, there it is. Scan photo. Wait. No scanners detected. Yeah, I better go check it. I better go wake it up. So let me just run and do that. Oh, left my thing playing over there. Okay. Make sure everything is working. Yeah. Okay, so my stream's still good. I'm just going to leave everything as it is and run and turn it on. Okay. Got it turned. Only thing I know to do is turn it off and turn it back on, and it'll be awake. But I'm probably going to have to add document. I don't think there's like a refresh or anything. I think you just have to open the app again. Maybe let's look at Hexane. Maybe that thing I was talking about at the beginning. Now this one's actually scanning for devices. No devices found. Try as root. Mansane back name. I wonder if that's just not installed or something. Or maybe there's more than one sane installed. That could be possible. I wonder if me installing that iscan, well, that shouldn't have messed anything up because it wasn't working to start with. Scanner's turned into a pain in the butt. And it probably wouldn't be if I just remembered how I did it before. And it may be more of a pain in the butt because I'm on FCE instead of Mate Desktop too. Could be my whole problem. It's just not the added features. But let's see. I looked at everything Epson, and the only thing I saw was that iscan thing. Let's look on the website. Well, let's go ahead and PC Fax. I've already got printer driver. That's the thing I don't want. Why does it have, okay, on the left it says printer driver. And then down here, and then over here it says, in this column, all-in-one, PC Fax, Epson printer utility, ECSP, PR driver, ECSP, 2012, 2017, 2018. Oh, category, module name. Okay. Well, that fax driver might. Printer utility. ECP PR driver. Full feature. I want the newer one. The thing is, I've already got something installed that works for printing, so I don't want to mess up. Oh yeah, I wanted to open up a document and see if the fax showed up. I'll hurry up and open that up. It does not take long for that thing to go to sleep. Yeah, I don't think it'll scan when it's asleep either anyway. But I do know I can connect to it because I already printed on it. I could be trying to install that fax driver and it's already been installed along with the printer driver. Oh, there's something I remember in the menu. It was a different checkbox that said print to fax. This is not it. I saw it on my machine, I think. PDF, something about PDF. That's when you're printing a PDF, I guess. Yeah, default printer. Printer settings, properties, device. Yeah. Okay, so see, I don't need a printer PC fax driver. Okay, that's all that one is. Since I already have a printer driver installed, I don't want another one. Printer utility. That might be something that could help. There's a lot of junk in there. See, I don't like this. That's so thin you can't get a hold of those bars to drag them down. I never could find one any better than that in XFCE though. I guess I'll download it because I don't know. Oh, it's got more than one. Printer utility. Oh, it's all the different ones for different versions of Linux. RPM i486, Deb, RPM x86-64. What's this? Deb. And SRC for like pretty much anything. Okay, that one, x86-64. Make sure you know your architecture, 64-bit. And there's one to open it with a media player. Doesn't know what RPM is, huh? Okay, now I'm going to download that other one while I'm still here. PC, that might be the fax driver I've been looking for, wishing for. Guess I should have bookmarked those pages. Well, let's bookmark them. Okay. Accept. Okay, now tells you commands for different. Yum install LSB. Okay, that might be simpler. You know what? If you did that, it would tell you right away if it's already installed, and it won't do it. I'm going to go ahead and download it anyway, but I think I'll do that on both of them. Okay, fax, 486, 386, x86-64, Deb, SRC. Okay, I want. You don't run into SRCs very much, and I used to know what their technical, name was. Let's see. Well, yeah, I'll go ahead and open up my. It doesn't matter where it's going to be. I don't think. I'll just open it up in this folder with the Epson stuff. Where is it? There's what I just downloaded. I'll go ahead and move those to the Epson. There it is. Make sure they're finished downloading. Where's the download? There it is. That should be. Oh, all that stuff is in the wrong place. I'm going to do it right now so that I won't keep running into that. Okay, that's okay. Now this, I want it up there. I'll put all these things I added up there. I think that's Nimbus screenshot. I like to put the download stuff next to the downloads button there. I always put my screenshot deal on the very last one out there. That's what I do. Nah, let's don't do that. Let's put it over here for her. Make more sense, I think. Okay, now I want to get in this folder. Go back to documents over here. Okay, now I'll just get in this folder and where's that? I don't think I have open terminal here. What's that? Search for files. Oh, there's the search. It was already in there, so I didn't need to put it in there again. I just hadn't noticed it because of my layout. I won't fix that right now. I'll start it to. Okay, but I do need to configure toolbars and get rid of this extra one. Get it out of there. Start terminal here. I have to have that to do anything. All right, now. that. Now go back down one. There. Now, I should have my command, yeah. Install, oh, it's going to ask me, I got to put the root password in there. Yum install, yeah. SU root. Now we'll try it. See, and I'm in that folder for those printer drivers. It doesn't matter in something like this because you're not downloading. You're installing directly. It's going to go ahead and do DNF. I could have changed it to DNF install, but it'll go ahead and use DNF instead for me automatically. It's still, Fedora's still doing that. So one day I'm sure it'll quit, but at least I think it will. It's taking long enough. If not, I'll put DNF install LSB in there. Uh-oh. Oh, I hit I looked up at my lapse time on my stream and it says 0, but maybe the uh-oh is right because that even though you're reloading, no, the reload just didn't work for some reason. I don't know, maybe the laptop's getting tired. But now it's back. It's a good stream. I thought I'd lost my stream. I thought I'd lost my internet connection for a minute there. Completely. Uh-oh. Maybe I am having trouble. We'll just let it reload and see. I probably clicked reload right in the middle of its reload. Okay, do I want to... If I lost my internet, my terminal, my install wouldn't be working over here, would it? Okay, 15 megabyte. Yes. Okay, so that was not installed. Forgot which one that was for. I'm going to leave it. I want to watch the terminal. It's not a real long install, so. Well, it's a lot more stuff than I thought, though. Quite a bit of stuff. Okay, now my preview's good. Yeah, my stream's still good. So, I remember that I have to talk so that I can hear myself. I was turning on my volume over there. I don't know. Either my internet's getting slow or the laptop is getting overwhelmed. I'm going to close the browser and reopen it and see if that's what the thing is. That is quite a bit of stuff to install, though. Open that up where I can see more. Oh, it's not going to show it to me. Well, it's taken. This machine's just... You can't open up a whole lot of stuff and run a whole lot. I think it'll be okay, though. Definitely noticeably less powerful than hers. Both AMD dual cores, too. But, well, that's finishing its transaction. I'll open my browser back up on my laptop. I always try to remember. I did do it today. I rebooted my router after my last stream because the Wi-Fi gets the Wi-Fi cache gets overwhelmed and filled up in the router and all the other, whatever files. And but lately, in the last couple months here, I've had some trouble where I'm having to reboot my connection. Well, I lost it once or twice, and it would get really, really slow, like 5 or 10 megabits. And I'd reboot my modem, it would come back, and keep hoping they'll fix it without me having to call them and argue with them. That's a lot of stuff that had to be installed for that. No wonder it's taking a long time. But yeah, now my preview seems okay. I think the laptop was getting tired because I kept forgetting and leaving it playing. I would reload it, and then it would sit there and play, but with no audio, so I didn't even notice it was playing. Yeah, so the command that I ran, it says script right there. That command ran a script. I don't know what that was, but that wasn't just one little app. I thought it was just installing one app, but that must have been a script command or something. I don't know. Can't imagine what that was really. But maybe that'll give me what I need to get all this working. I mean, you could have just as well, or and ran that RPM that I downloaded, but you wouldn't have known all this stuff, what all was actually going on, like you do when you do it like this. So there is a good thing to that, doing it that way. This machine is getting so darn slow, I may have to reboot it. But yeah, run install LSB, I believe it was. In order to install these drivers, you need to install LSB package beforehand. Oh, so that's something you got to do. That's basically the dependencies. Then I install these drivers. I was rushing through and not paying attention. Now let's see what it says over here. That's the same thing. Over here on these other drivers that I downloaded, yum install LSB. And let's see. I was thinking I can just hit Control Plus to make that bigger. That's what I'm talking about. Yum install LSB. I think it's highlight. Yeah, yum install LSB. Oh. So I was skipping through real fast and not really paying attention. So I'm still not done until I did this. It all worked. And so now, let's see. Yeah, I think I'll just save it. It's going to be hard to. I'm in save output as. I'll save that for me to know what I did. I think I'll put it in. Yeah, I'll put it in there with those. No, I'll put it in her documents. Then because I might start thinking. Let's see. I don't have a folder for. Door 26 info. Now. Command, did I spell that wrong? Command 1 or 2 M's? Can't remember. I was going to say it's 2. I do that all the time. Little simple words that I've known since the 4th grade. Suddenly I can't remember them. Okay. That's done. Everything was successful. So, okay. There's something to that there. Let's there, I can open that little file. I'm opening and closing things a lot because I need to not run too many things at once on this machine. It's just not very hefty. I wanted to see the beginning of that. I wanted, if it got it all, that save everything. You save the output. Well, if it gets too long, it won't get it all. Yeah, I think it did. Yeah, it did. Okay, so Red Hat LSB. I think that must be a group. That must have been a group install, not a script. Well, I guess maybe that's how group installs are done. But yeah, installing dependencies. Unless, what did they say it was? They said it was an LSB package. I've never seen a package that that had that many packages along with it, that many dependencies. But now let's go back over here, and I'll just use this as my test print now. I don't think anything new is going to come up in this right here. So I'm going to close that. I'll go ahead and install everything that I think I need to install. And I'm going to close the browser now. See, I have all those windows open. Well, no, I won't close the browser. I'll close all the extra windows, extra tabs. Leave that one open. Well, I don't know. Well, let's try it. And if I can't handle it, then I don't see my... Didn't I just move those new RPMs into that folder? It should be at the top there. Thought I did. Maybe I moved. No, I never did move them. Okay. I'm going to move them before I start using them. Oh, I was wanting to make sure they were finished installing. I didn't want to, and I got sidetracked. Okay. And there's that email. I actually forgot to save it as an HTML, but that's okay. That's all those. I think if I rename it to HTML, it'll still open up like an HTML instead of an email. Cancel. I hit make directory. What I wanted was rename or properties or anything that'll get me there. Yeah, you can save Thunderbird emails as EML files, and it'll open up in Thunderbird, or you can HTML or HTML, and it'll open up in your web browser. Okay, fax printer utility. That just worries me about having two conflicting printer utilities is the only thing. Oh, it should tell me it was already installed, so I think I'll try the fax first. No, printer first. It would make sense that you'd probably need that first. It didn't. It tried to open it. Let's see. Yeah, it's not a folder. Okay, I'm going to go back to that. I might want to open that again now. Now, I guess I'm going to have to say right click, open with app installer, Dragora. Which one do I want? MX. Let's try, Apper installer. Apper installer? Oh, yeah. That might be the one that would work the best. Can't remember. Try it first. That's on there because I had that on my system and I ran that script on this thing. But Fedora 26 may not even want to work with Apper. We'll see. I'll try to associate it with the right one once I figure out which one's the best one. Dragora is the default, but that doesn't mean that it'll install RPMs good. Nothing's opening up. Let me go ahead and open up I'll just do it over there on that page. Let me go ahead and minimize that so I can't accidentally. Apper is running. A whole bunch of stuff to do with Apper. Oh, that's wrapper. Apper K session. But it hasn't come up yet. It may just be taking too long to come up for my taste. I'm gonna have to go ahead and I don't know what I have in my I got that in there. $645. I'm gonna put that in there. I'm going to close the web browser because I just need to relieve this thing of the extra. Okay, now I think it closed. Yeah, it's gone. So I don't think it wasn't going to ever open up. Okay. Open with, let's let's go ahead and try Dragora first. Yes, yes, okay. Didn't I mean to do the other one first? The printer utility? I meant to, I think. Let's click on it now so that next time I won't mess up. I'll wait on that, and I'll be checking my stream again. Seems like that's all I'm doing today is checking my stream, but when things act a little funny, there it goes. When actually for the root password, you're getting on your way. Okay, an error. Got an error. Okay. Client occurred. Let's see if we can get that where we can read it. Hmm. 404. Seems like it can't find the repo. I was gonna try to. Let's just do a screenshot of that. Can't get it to select the text, so I think that's doing it on my machine because that's my screenshot app. Yeah. Home Dawn. Oh, that's all right. At least I'll have some sort of record of it. All right, now let's go over here and look again at this. What is that? Dragora. See, it's running right there. That's the other thing. Well, it's not. I don't know if that update notice that could cause a problem because that's the Dragora update notice. And maybe if that's still up there, you can't run another instance of it. Well, I've been installing stuff. Dragora updater. I don't think it interferes with normal business, hopefully, but it's not. That's the only thing running. So now this time I really meant to run the printer one first because I think it might need to be installed before the. I'm going to try Yum package installer and see if it'll do. DNF is locked by another process. Yum extender will exit. Okay. That means I'm just going to exit it. See if it'll work after that. And since Yum extender is giving me more feedback that I understand, I'm going to try using it. Nope. Well, it might not have finished closing. I might not have waited long enough. I may have to do my updates whether I like it or not. Okay, Dragora's not running anymore now. So let's try it one more time. Nope. Okay, let's try Dragora again. Okay, so we've already seen that message. No, it's a different message. Now it says blocked by another. So I think I'm going to have to do my updates before I can do any manual package installs. I'm doing screenshots of these before even though it's going on my machine, probably will never help me being over on my machine. All right, so let's close that. Now I want that back open. Let's see if we can get it back open. Just open the updater. Then I'll reboot the machine is what I'll do. I may have to reboot it right now to get that to come back up since I closed it. Well, I closed it from its application. I didn't force close it or anything. So well, we're waiting on it to open. Let me go over here on mine because I know one thing I need to do. I just did all those screenshots and that uses up a lot of memory. It's something weird. These are not just little icons. They're running in memory, and if you get a bunch of those open, they start using up your memory. So I just always close that app after and get them out of the preview, and then I think I've tried this before, and I think you can't get Dragora to open back up once you've closed it like that. No, it's open. It's just not showing up. I guess it's running, but it hasn't come to the point. I guess it checks for updates every so many minutes, and it hasn't got to the point where it's going to notify me is what it is. So what I really should have done was, should have just, oops, what did I do? Hit the same thing again? It was on the, it wasn't the top one. I guess it moves as to what, I want the Dragora graphical front end. Uh-oh. Yeah, I've got things messed up now. Okay. So, let's reboot this machine, and we'll log back into it. Okay, now, well, it just occurred to me I actually been needing to take a break for a few minutes here. So, I guess the best thing is I'll just stop the stream, take a break, and then when I get the machine all back up and running again, I'll come back. Trying to think how I want to leave everything. It's always good to reboot the phones and everything too, so I might do that. Okay. So, yeah, I'm just going to stop this stream. It's an hour and 42 minutes anyway. And we'll come back in a minute, in a few minutes, and get back to work on it. Head's getting tired again. Well, it's 5 in the evening. I wonder, been working on it. I think I started at least by 11 this morning. Yeah, probably. So, little by little, getting things going here. Okay. I'll be back in a little while. I'm going to keep on working at, I want to get it finished. I don't know how far I am now. I'm losing track of what all else I got left to do. This turned into another one of those things that goes way slower than you want it to. Okay. I'll be back.